Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 653 based on novel. So let's start. Wang Lin found all the old friends beside Li Qianmai and Qing Shui. He either released their memories or allowed them to choose to forget. Wang Lin had nothing to tie him to the immortal astral continent anymore. Before going to the heavenly bull continent, he went to see Zhu Yi and Qing Shuang once more. From far away, he saw Zhu Yi's happy smile. Wang Lin smiled as well. He felt happy for Zhu Yi. The thousands of years of bitter love was now complete. When Wang Lin saw this, he took out a jug of wine and drank a big mouthful. This was wine he had gotten from Sichu Nan and was a substitute for Zhu Yi and Qing Shuang's wedding wine. He also went to the ancestral city, and there he saw Hai Zi. However, he only looked from a distance and left. The heavenly bull continent, the place he first appeared in when he came out of the cave world. After so many years, he was now back again. He walked on this familiar continent, passing by the Great Soul sect and the Gui Yi sect. The familiar scenes made him remember the past. At the center of the heavenly bull continent, where the mountain range extend endlessly, Wang Lin silently looked at the earth below. Wang Lin looked at the earth below and slowly said, "Heavenly bull, back then, your soul armor helped me through several crises. I, Wang Lin, always repay those that help me. Today, I'll release the celestial ancestor's soul and let you regain your freedom. But your body has already become the earth and can't be recovered. I'll release the soul on your seal and let it form an origin soul so you can leave the immortal astral continent. Are you willing?" His voice was not loud and didn't spread in all directions, but as his words echoed, the earth began to tremble. Thunderous rumbles echoed as an earth aura rushed out and a giant shadow appeared above the mountain range. The shadow was a heavenly bull, and its body was very large. It looked like it could support the world. Wang Lin looked extremely small before it, but the huge heavenly bull revealed a respectful expression as it knelt before Wang Lin. "Thanks. I'm willing," a buzzing sound echoed, and it was filled with excitement and longing. It had been sealed for far too long and made the heavenly bull filled with endless gratitude toward Wang Lin. "No need to thank me. You helped me before, and I'm merely repaying you." Wang Lin looked at the heavenly bull and pointed at it. The heavenly bull trembled and revealed a painful expression. A large amount of runes appeared around his body and the lines of the runes seemed to take root in the heavenly bull's body. The lines of the runes all connected to form a heart-like object. It was constantly beating. This was the core of the seal of the heavenly bull. Looking at the heart-like object made of lines, Wang Lin pointed at it. All the runes around the heavenly bull collapsed. After they collapsed, the heart-like object inside the heavenly bull suddenly shrank. A moment later, when it was only the size of a fingernail, it turned into a ray of ghostly light and flew out of the heavenly bull. It landed in Wang Lin's hand and he crushed it. The heavenly bull's soul let out a roar at the sky and then it turned into ripples that echoed across the sky. Its soul shot into the sky, and when it was at the edge of the world, it turned around. It knelt toward Wang Lin once more and then disappeared like a meteor. After the heavenly bull's soul left, the heavenly bull continent seemed different, but this was really difficult to detect. Wang Lin looked at where the heavenly bull had disappeared and walked toward the Seven Dao sect. Seven Dao sect, the location of the cave world. The mountain was surrounded by fog, making it so one couldn't see too far. It was completely deserted, and no one had been there in a long time. However, there was a figure below the mountain, looking up. This was a middle-aged man in blue. He was looking at the fog and could vaguely see the ruins behind it. The man revealed a complicated expression and muttered to himself, "Seven Dao sect. I have finally arrived here." The middle-aged man bitterly shook his head and walked up the broken road. He walked very slowly, as if he wanted to remember every blade of grass and tree. After he penetrated the fog and arrived at the top of the mountain, he saw the Seven Dao sect's pavilions. The man's eyes were filled with confusion. He looked at everything before him for a long time before he let out a sigh. He walked through the broken sect until he arrived at the huge stone door in the back mountain. The door was connected to the mountain and was completely sealed. There was moss growing on it, creating the smell of decay. The middle-aged man closed his eyes before the stone gate. When he opened his eyes again, he looked at the door and bitterly muttered to himself, "The cave world's gate. Behind the gate is the cave world. I reincarnated from there." The man sighed. After regaining his memories of his previous life, he left his sect. He followed a feeling he had to arrive here. He arrived at the Seven Tao sect, before the gate to the cave world. His body trembled slightly as he closed in on the gate and gently touched it. After a long time, he revealed a determined gaze and turned around to leave. But just as he turned, he suddenly stopped. Behind him, he saw a smiling Wang Lin in white. Wang Lin whispered, "Senior brother." Wang Lin, the middle-aged man, was Qing Shui. After he recovered his memories, the mark on him had become very faint. If more time passed, it would dissipate completely. Qing Shui looked at Wang Lin and began to laugh. His laughter became louder and louder as joy filled his heart. He walked up to hug Wang Lin, and Wang Lin laughed as well. They sat down before the gate and Wang Lin took out wine to drink with Qing Shui. They forgot about the passage of time. They drank as they talked about each other's experiences. They smiled but also shed tears. This pair of apprentice brothers from the cave world reunited at the cave world. When Wang Lin brought up the matter with Red Butterfly, Qing Shui was startled. He bitterly drank a large mouthful of wine. The matters of the past, if they are forgotten, then let them be forgotten. Since coming to the immortal astral continent, everyone can make their own decision. However, my choice is to not forget. Perhaps there is a method for me to revive Han Yang here, there must be. Qing Shui muttered to himself. Not even Wang Lin could revive someone who had been dead for so long and whose soul no longer even existed. However, Wang Lin didn't tell Qing Shui this. If there was not even hope, then perhaps only despair remained. When the early morning sun penetrated through the fog, Qing Shui left. Since he had chosen not to forget, then he naturally didn't want to return to the cave world. He just wanted to come see the Seven Tao sect, where the cave world was. Now that he had fulfilled his wish and met Wang Lin, he was full of joy. Next, he was going to pursue his dream. Even if it took him a lifetime, even if it took many reincarnation cycles, he would still persist. Wang Lin watched Qing Shui walk into the distance and disappear. He then stood before the gate and revealed a complicated expression. Out of all the old friends, only 13 had chosen to follow Wang Lin back into the cave world. For 13, following his teacher was the only thing he wanted. The others had their own responsibilities. Many of them had chosen to forget their previous lives and start anew. Wang Lin opened the gate to the cave world. When the gate opened, a powerful light shined, and he disappeared into the light. The gate closed once more. The Seven Tao sect was still surrounded by fog. It was a ruin that no one cared about. Cave world. The barrier between the inner and outer realms was very strong. In these hundreds of years, the outer realm had launched a shocking attack but didn't have the power to break in. Wang Lin's name had already become a legend in the cave world, an unreal existence. Many people remembered him, but even more people had forgotten him. Even the cultivators of the inner realm were the same. Only the statue on planet Suzaku, Holy Land, remained, and his legends would occasionally be brought up. Aside from this place, there was another place where the story of Wang Lin continued. That was the new celestial realm. A large amount of cultivators had migrated from the 4 major star systems to the new celestial realm created by Wang Lin. Most were cultivators who had survived the war against the outer realm. Many of them had seen Wang Lin, and some had even seen Wang Lin battle in the war. Mu Bingmai hadn't left, she had chosen to stay in the cave world, stay in the new celestial realm. She was waiting for a certain someone to return one day. Tao Master Blue Dream also hadn't left. As the strongest person of the new celestial realm, he remained to protect it. There were people like Master South Cloud, who had also chosen not to leave. However, at this moment, the new celestial realm was very gloomy. It was as if a dark cloud was looming over them, making the cultivators of the new celestial realm remain silent. Down Master Blue Dream was seriously injured. Master South Cloud's body had collapsed, only his origin soul remained. The sky of the celestial realm was blood red and there were flashes of shadows revealing ferocious expressions. It was as if there was a large amount of ghosts inside the blood color. Teacher gave you all 5 days to choose. Now 3 days have passed and only 2 days remain. I hope you all will choose wisely and join my Scarlet Soul sect. Otherwise, die. In the blood-red sky, there was a young man dressed in a red robe. He spoke gloomily to the many cultivators below. As for you, Mu Bingmai, you only have 2 days left. In 2 days, once the formation around the new celestial realm is broken, either you become my Dao partner or I'll slaughter planet Suzaku and destroy that whatever person named Lin's statue. Master South Cloud only had his origin soul left as he stared at the young man in the blood light. As he listened to the young man talk, he let out a laugh filled with sorrow. 2 days. Ever since the celestial realm was created by Wang Lin, all the people that have lived here were survivors of the war against the outer realm. There is a saying in the inner realm, have you heard it? Master South Cloud roared, and all the cultivators suddenly looked up. Cultivators like us never shrink from a fight. The voices of the cultivators formed a sound wave and blasted into the air. It blew away some of the bloodlight, revealing tens of thousands of blood-robed figures. Behind those figures was a dense blood mist. The blood mist seemed to churn, and a person was sitting inside. Old fellow, you're courting death. When the formation is broken in 2 days, this young lord will ask teacher to give me your origin soul. I want to experience what the origin soul of a third-step cultivator tastes like. The young man's expression changed and there was a flash of killing intent in his eyes. Master South Cloud roared, what is there to fear about death? The creator of the celestial realm, Wang Lin, will come back one day. When he comes back, I want to see how a mere Scarlet Soul sect and Master Scarlet Soul will resist. Beside Master South Cloud sat down Master Blue Dream. His face was pale and he was cultivating to recover. Wang Lin? Fortunately, that person is gone, otherwise, he would be a mere and before teacher. The formation around the celestial realm was set by Wang Lin, but it's going to be broken by teacher anyways. If not for the fact that teacher wants the celestial realm to remain whole, teacher would have crushed the entire place already. The youth sneered. This was just a shadow, not his body. As he laughed, his figure disappeared into the bloodlight. The formation Wang Lin had set up around the celestial realm was covered in bloodlight, which was corroding the formation. Most of it was already broken, and it would only be 2 more days before it was completely broken. Tens of thousands of blood-colored figures were floating like puppets outside the celestial realm. They released large amounts of red mist that entered the blood-colored light. Behind these figures, there was a large cloud of blood-colored mist, and sitting inside the mist was an old man in a red robe. Even his hair was red. His hands were forming seals, constantly sending out runes to make the formation around the celestial realm break even faster. This Wang Lin indeed had some skills. The restrictions he set will take me a few days to break. This restriction is also bizarre and contains a trace of a terrifying aura. I feel like there would be a shocking change if I used my full force to break it. However, as long as I don't break it by force and invade with the blood mist instead, it will be safe. Fortunately, there isn't a lot of this aura, otherwise, it would be even more difficult to break the formation. The red-haired old man was Master Scarlet Soul. Back then, when Wang Lin had faced the Sovereign's life or death trap, Wang Lin had released a soul sealed by Yi Mo. The soul had broken free from the trap and escaped. Now he had recovered his cultivation and obtained a body. After Wang Lin had been gone for many years, he created the Scarlet Soul sect. He had used his powerful cultivation to seriously injure Dao Master Blue Dream, then he destroyed Master South Cloud's body. He stared at the earth of the celestial realm and revealed a cruel expression. Almost all the powerful people of the inner realm are concentrated here at the celestial realm. Before my cultivation recovered, I wasn't confident in breaking the formation, but now the formation will break in 2 days. All these people will become my food, And after devouring their blood essence, my cultivation level will increase to Golden Exalt. Haha, once I become a Golden Exalt, even when I return to the immortal astral continent, I can become the head elder of a sect and will even have a chance to become an Empyrean Exalt. Master Scarlet Soul's eyes were filled with excitement. He knew that there were very few Empyrean Exalts on the immortal astral continent, only a few hundred at the most. Once he became an Empyrean Exalt, he could follow a Grand Empyrean. And at that time, as a cultivator who followed one of the Grand Empyreans, he would be famous across the immortal astral continent. If I follow one of the 5 Grand Empyreans, I could definitely choose the Celestial Emperor. Unfortunately, there are many powerful people under the Celestial Emperor and he might not want me. However, even if I can't follow the Celestial Emperor, I can still follow Grand Empyrean Dao Yi. Grand Empyrean Dao Yi cares a lot about Empyrean Exalts, so if I wish it, he will definitely accept me. With Grand Empyrean Dao Yi's protection, even if that Wang Lin finds out about this, I won't be afraid. If his cultivation level is lower, I'll absorb all his blood essence and make myself stronger. If his cultivation level is similar to or higher than mine, although it's not likely, I'll still have Grand Empyrean Dao Yi's protection. I don't believe he would dare to not yield before Grand Empyrean Dao Yi. Perhaps his heart will tremble and he will kneel in worship the moment he sees Grand Empyrean Dao Yi. After all, before Grand Empyreans, all cultivators are mere ants. This Master Scarlet Soul had considered future matters very careful. After making sure nothing could go wrong, he laughed loudly. Teacher. As he laughed, there was another person sitting in the blood mist beside him. It was a young man, and at this moment, the young man opened his eyes. The young man respectfully bowed at Master Scarlet Soul. He was the shadow that had spoken to the people in the celestial realm. Master Scarlet Soul laughed and looked at the youth beside him. This youth was someone he had met in the cave world that was very suited to become his disciple. The youth's talent was very good and, most interestingly, he had found him on planet Suzaku. This youth was said to be Wang Lin's descendant after an unknown amount of generations. The youth revealed a cruel smile and respectfully said, Teacher, they still haven't given up. They are still sending out cultivators to reinforce the formation. In particular, that Master South Cloud is despicable. Teacher, after you break the formation, give me Master South Cloud soul so disciple can torture him properly. A mere Master South Cloud, I'll give him to you. Master Scarlet Soul was very pleased when he saw his disciple's cruel expression. He wanted a disciple like this. Master Scarlet Soul slowly said, but that Mu Bing Mai. The young man respectfully said, if teacher wants that woman, disciple will offer her with both hands. She is the ancestor's lover. Master Scarlet Soul revealed a mocking expression. He found this very interesting. He even wondered what expression Wang Lin would make if he learned about this in the future. The youth respectfully said, so what? Although disciple is named Wang, Wang Lin has left the cave world, and whether he is dead or alive is unknown. Since he left his lover behind, might as well let me enjoy her to resolve my loneliness. Isn't that what teacher always tells me? Yimo is dead, but since you've obtained his inheritance, Wang Lin, you can inherit my hatred as well. Master Scarlet Soul laughed and there was a flash of viciousness in his eyes. Master Scarlet Soul smiled and said, there is no need. This Mu Bingmai is someone teacher personally chose for you, so how could teacher rob her from you? However, teacher is going to play with her for a bit. Once I'm tired of her, I'll naturally give her to you. As it should be. Thank you, teacher. The youth nodded with a smile. Okay, let's wait 2 more days. Master Scarlet Soul's eyes lit up and his hands formed seals. The blood mist churned as the tens of thousands of blood puppets released even stronger blood-colored light. This made the formation around the celestial realm even weaker. At this moment, as Master Scarlet Soul continued to use the bloodlight to corrode the formation in the celestial realm, there was a woman in white standing on a tall peak. This woman was an absolute beauty. Forget the cave world, not even anyone on the immortal astral continent could compare to her beauty. Her beauty almost didn't seem to belong to this world. The wind blew, carrying the smell of blood. It lifted her hair and revealed a breathtakingly beautiful face that was very calm at this moment. However, deep inside this calmness, there was a trace of confusion and bitterness others could not see. She used her strong determination as a shell to wrap the bitterness and confusion deep inside her heart. "Your Holiness." Behind her stood an old man. He looked at the woman before him anxiously. "The formation can last 2 more days at most." Mu Bingmai looked at the sky and softly said, "I know. Let me have some time alone." The old man hesitated before he let out a sigh and retreated. Mu Bingmai was the only one left on the mountain. She silently stood there and raised her right hand, and in her hand was a crystal sword. It was something Wang Lin had left with her. It was formed by his essences and contained his ancient aura. "If I'm still alive, I'll greet you," Mu Bingmai muttered. This what she had said to Wang Lin when he left. "If I'm no longer alive," Mu Bingmai's eyes were filled with sorrow. She looked at the sword in her hand and tears formed. "Wang Lin, where are you?" Mu Bingmai's tears fell and landed on the crystal sword. They created a soft sound and flowed down the blade. As Mu Bingmai muttered this, there was a flash of light in the calm and dark space in the direction of all heaven. The light turned into a gate and a person walked out. White robe, white hair. Wang Lin. "This place is," Wang Lin looked around and revealed a smile. All heaven, his smile revealed joy from his heart. The familiar aura here allowed him to know that he was home. His divine sense subconsciously spread out in all directions. "I wonder what the celestial realm is like. Have there been any big changes since I left?" "Those old friend and dash," Wang Lin muttered, but his words suddenly stopped. He stared at the direction of the celestial realm and the smile on his face was replaced by intense coldness and monstrous killing intent. This was the first full eruption of his killing intent after becoming the strongest person on the immortal astral continent. Master Scarlet Soul, Wang Lin let out a cold snort. Right now, he clearly noticed everything that was going on outside the celestial realm. He saw Master Scarlet Soul's face and the youth, from whom he vaguely felt some bloodline connection to. He also saw the formation outside the celestial realm being corroded by the blood light. Seeing how much the formation was corroded, it should dissipate in about 2 days. When Master Scarlet Soul was released by Wang Lin, although he was weak, he was still too powerful for Wang Lin. Now he had recovered to his peak, but before Wang Lin, he was as weak as an ant. This ant was someone he could crush countless times with a point of his finger. With a cold snort, Wang Lin stepped forward and disappeared from all heaven. After he disappeared, the gate made of light disappeared as if it had never been there. When Wang Lin reappeared, he didn't appear near Master Scarlet Soul, but in the familiar celestial realm. No one in the celestial realm noticed his arrival. There was no need to talk about Master Scarlet Soul outside. The sky of the celestial realm was no longer blue like before, but blood red. It was very heavy and suppressing. However, aside from the color of the sky, the pavilions, mountains, and rivers sketched out the beauty of the celestial realm. Compared to when Wang Lin left, some places were familiar, but other places were completely unfamiliar. Looking around, Wang Lin waved his right hand. 3 rays of light appeared, revealing 3 people before Wang Lin. It was Shuligua, Liu Jinbiao, and the only disciple to follow Wang Lin back into the cave world, 13. 13 was not ordinary. When he looked around and saw the red mist, he was confused for a moment but soon recovered. He bowed at Wang Lin and silently stood beside him. For him, whether it was the immortal astral continent or the cave world, as long as he could be with his teacher, there was no difference. Compared to him, Liu Jinbiao and Shuligua both had strange expressions. After looking around, they both looked at each other with mischievous eyes. Wang Lin could see that the 2 of them felt very proud and lofty. It was like someone feeling extremely proud when they returned to their hometown from a bigger place. It was clearly written on their faces that, "See, I went to the immortal astral continent. In that place, I'm the boss." Wang Lin looked at the sky and said, "We are home, you guys can do as you will. I'm going to see some old friends." Then he flew away with 1 step. When Wang Lin entered the celestial realm, he had already swept everyone with his divine sense. He saw a lot, including Mu Bingmai. Mu Bingmai was standing on the mountain, seeming as if she was going to be blown away with the wind. She bit her lower lip, and after a long time, she let out a sigh. She stroked the crystal sword in her hand and revealed a look of absolute determination as if she had made some kind of decision. She clenched the sword in her hand as she looked at the blood-colored sky and turned to leave. However, when she turned, Mu Bingmai was completely shocked. Her eyes were filled with disbelief as she looked at the figure behind her that was looking at her. It was a young man wearing white with a head of white hair. There was a sense of familiarity in this unfamiliar figure. The two of them looked at each other under this blood-colored sky, with the mountain as the background, the wind as music, and the sky as the base that held everything together. As Wang Lin looked at the familiar yet unfamiliar woman, he felt complicated. This complicated feeling had accompanied him for a long time. The Hangyu sect appeared before his eyes, along with the bright, young girl. Then, in the Suzaku tomb, that suffocatingly beautiful figure. This figure changed again and again. To the moment at the All-Heaven star system, to Wang Ping's bitter awe, until it fixed on the moment that Wang Lin left the cave world. He saw his memories like a painting. On that day, a light shower rained down on the celestial realm. In the rain, a woman in white drifted over like a willow leaf. In the rain, there was a beautiful woman with an umbrella. She had long, black hair and looked like a painting of an otherworldly being. Her arrival made the world quiet, and only the sound of the rain remained. There was a strange force in the air that seemed to make one forget about everything but the beautiful figure in the hazy mist of rain. If I'm still alive, I'll return, Wang Lin looked at the woman before him. Her figure overlapped with his memory and slowly melted in his heart. Mu Bingmai didn't dare to believe what she was seeing. She was completely startled. In a trance, Wang Lin's white-haired figure became even more profound, until it fused with her memory and also melted in her heart. In an instant, she seemed to see the Hangyu sect from thousands of years ago. Among the many people, there was only one youth who hadn't become obsessed because of her beauty. She saw the figure that was stopped by her in the Suzaku tomb and coldly stared at her. And in all heaven, the man who let out a miserable roar after learning that her avatar had died, and his gaze filled with sorrow. In the end, the images before her stopped at the moment when the man left the cave world. Rain fell on that day, giving off a parting feeling. In the rain, Wang Lin's figure was very strange, to the point of making her heart ache. As her heart ached, she saw his indifferent expression become soft. She knew that this was because they were parting ways and that perhaps he would not come back. If I'm still alive, I'll greet you, Mu Bingmai bit her lower lip as tears flowed down from the corners of her eyes. After Wang Lin left the cave world, she had never been this vulnerable. Wang Lin looked at the beautiful woman and revealed a gentle smile. He let out a sigh as he walked up to Mu Bingmai and they looked at the blood-colored sky together. Wang Lin softly said, after leaving the cave world, while I was on the immortal astral continent, there was something I always wanted to say. Now that I'm back, there is someone to listen. Mu Bingmai nodded. Her heart was throbbing. She still found it difficult to believe and didn't know what to say. After hearing Wang Lin's words, she became extremely nervous. This kind of thing was extremely rare for someone as strong-willed as her, who was once the saintess of the brilliant void realm and was now the saintess of the celestial realm. It was as if aside from Wang Lin, no other man could make her feel panic-like right now. Perhaps if there was someone else, it would be Wang Ping. Her right hand gripped the sword and her left hand unconsciously clenched the corner of her clothes. Her fingers were pale. Liu Mai, Wang Lin withdrew his gaze from the blood-colored sky and gently spoke to Mu Bingmai. Don't say it, I don't want to listen. Mu Bingmai's body trembled and she instantly turned pale. The sword in her hand fell as she retreated. At this moment, she looked so helpless and fragile, as if a gust of wood could blow her away. Her face revealed sorrow and, along with the tears, revealed a show of weakness that was breathtaking. I don't want to listen. Wang Lin, I don't want to listen. Even more tears appeared from the corners of Mu Bingmai's eyes. The tears flowed down her cheeks and fell on her clothes. Wang Lin looked at Mu Bingmai, at her fragile appearance and the confusion in her helpless gaze. He let out a sigh. Aside from meeting old friends, I came back this time to settle the matter between us. I have found a way to resurrect Wang Er, and once I leave, I'm going to resurrect her. Tears flowed down from Mu Bingmei's eyes. With how smart she was, how could she not know what Wang Lin wanted to say? Her pale face revealed a bitter expression. Liu Mai, let the past be the past. I am also responsible for the mistake back then. Let's leave our memories to the dust. You told me you wanted to see Wang Ping. Wang Lin looked down at Mu Bingmai and softly said, I came back this time to resolve the matter in your heart. Wang Ping needs a mother. I'll perform my dream Dao, where you, me, and Ping Er will complete a reincarnation cycle to the end. This will let Ping Er see his mother, let you have no regrets, and let me have no regrets either. Mu Bingmai silently pondered. After a long time, she wiped away her tears and looked at Wang Lin with a complicated gaze as she nodded. You'll accompany me for a lifetime, 100 years, in the dream world to resolve everything. So now you're my husband, right? Mu Bingmai muttered. Wang Lin closed his eyes. When he opened them again, he nodded. Mu Bingmai revealed a smile. It was a smile with tears. She gently walked up to Wang Lin, hugged him, and fell into his arms. Wang Lin gently hugged Mu Bingmai. The fragrance coming from her body was intoxicating. This was the first time they had truly embraced, the first time they had put down all complex feelings to spend 100 years to resolve this wrong or ill-fated relationship. The two of them hugged on the mountain under the blood-colored sky, and time gradually passed. After one day, the blood color in the sky became even stronger. At this point, thin cracks appeared on the formation, signaling that it was ready to collapse. Wang Lin left the mountain with Mu Bingmai. This video will end here.